Hi guys. So the camera froze, but we're gonna just dive right back into it.
Right.
So basically, we're talking about the Leo and the
yeah,
and the
three guys.
Scorpio, Pisces, like elements of things, and how like you could have, one version of somebody which is like their water elements, and then you could have the fire elements and the canceling out of each one of those factors. So you could definitely be dealing with the same person. And you being a Pisces, that duality is kind of exciting for you, but at the same time, overall, it can become troublesome, because you could easily overextend yourself, especially with somebody who is a master manipulator of emotions.
Right. Okay.
And
it's like, all the kings are air, so it's very mental. They're air, and they're also, they're fixed, and they're also their element, right? So these are very mature energies, and they know how to work with the mental plane.
Definitely. And I think, like, the outcome here being King of Wands energy, so it's definitely about the spirit of self and just anchoring down on, like, your own personal growth. Right? Focus on your actions. Focus on re-healing whatever aspects of yourself and mental aspects of yourself that are harmful or abusive to yourself. Be it, caused by your own or caused by some water sign that's in your life. And the emotions are just kind of like causing you to flow in this aspect. I feel like there's a little bit of like, because you do have the Ten of Pentacles in your environment.
Right.
So maybe there's just, either you're caught up in the beauty or they're caught up in the beauty or the glamour of it, but it's really not all it's cracked out to be.
Right.
Out on the outside, it's very much looking like everything is peachy cream. But on the inside, you're kind of having some either you're dealing with you could be dealing with two different guys, or you could be dealing with the same guy with two set of emotions, like he's this way outside, but he's this way at home. Or it's you feel this way at home. And then you feel this way in the world. You're projecting something that's really like, oh, I've got all of this going and all of this stuff. But then maybe you're feeling a little bit like this inside to yourself, like daggers to yourself somehow.
Maybe if some of you are like dating your boss or dating someone at work, stop.
And we'll leave that because it's really not, it's not serving you. And if you're just caught up on, like, if it's all about the money, in the end, you are going to feel emotional destitute. You're not going to, you know what I mean? That's not going to serve you. Whatever that relationship is and that aspect where if you're feeling, Pisces,
stop.
If you're feeling like it's not serving you, and this is probably, this is probably bad.
Right.
You're right, it is. It's bad. So you need to, like, you need to stop doing that.
Or, like, if you're involved with somebody that's, like, in the workplace or something, maybe you actually need to switch jobs if you feel like you want to continue dating this person. That's the responsible thing to do. That's the, like, most extreme responsible thing to do in this situation. Because it's like, if you want to be romantically involved, then you make it work based on what your priorities are and what you actually really want out of the relationship if you want something.
Right, and you really need to figure out what you really want, because some of you really like everything that's on the outside and all the things that you did together, or maybe you just have a reputation for being connected to each other in some way, but at the same time, on the inside, you might spiritually feel like you're not really on that level emotionally, and that this person won't be able to fulfill those deeper Pisces needs emotionally. But the sex is good.
Right.
And I went out there and got that, and I like it. And, I come 15,000 times at night with this person. It's wonderful. In that aspect.
Right.
But in the future, in the long haul, it's just something to think about. Or maybe it's just an idea of expressing yourself, but there is a sense of anticipation.
You might think that, oh, we're just having fun, we're just having fun, right? But then someone might get hurt.
Right.
Someone might get hurt. You know what I mean?
Right. And maybe, especially for a, because especially for some of you Pisces out there who are already going into it in a relationship, already seeing it in a certain way, and you're like, I know it's not going to be this, that, or that, so I'm just going to have fun with it. Do they know that?
Mm-hmm.
Do they know that it's not going to be all of those things? And this is how you end up, you know, hurting people in different ways, you know, and trying to protect yourself because maybe, you know, water signs aren't necessarily going to come out with it. You know what I mean? There's always, that's why sometimes water signs can be perceived as having ulterior motives, all right, or being like kind of conniving in certain ways, which is really not the truth about it. They're actually very shy and protective over their emotions because they're super sensitive, right? But the passive aggressiveness can be of a detriment to some people.
Right. Emotions can be uncomfortable sometimes. So that could, you know, generate maybe some reluctance, some skepticism, things like that. So you respond and you react differently based on what the emotion that you're applying to the situation. So sometimes people might think that you're being manipulative when really there's kind of like a glitch, right? There's like a glitch and it just needs to be like connected to fully understand the scope of things.
Yeah, some of you have already put a lot of energy into something, you know, some love or energy, and you really built something already, and something was lost from whatever it was that you built, and you're really trying to get back that connection of whatever it is. It could be love or family or anything. It could be just something that is like not quite gone right mentally that you want to kind of get back, and it's saying kind of like the goal is to present that love and to present those actions to that person, and it's probably going to work out for you. The more that you celebrate that, the more that you come together in the place and talk about the love that you really want, because Cancer is about giving and sharing of the love, like, and the Mars being there is saying, good, do it. Like, don't stay in yourself in it, but really go out and do it, because it's going to meet you, you know, and then you'll be able to rest from all of this, like, that's going on with the Libra, and like, what's fair and what's not fair, and you know.
It's funny because he just pulled out that Four of Swords, which, you know, Jupiter and Libra, romance, relationships, couplings, things like that. The Emperor, this person who is here, actually might be a little bit more upfront with you about how they feel. And it's kind of like, because you're kind of on the defense, right? You're not really allowing them to come in. You're not allowing this to come in, right? This wish is being blocked. And I think that if there is a person out there that seems like they're more upfront with you and they're more competitive in the scheme of like knowing that you are dating other people and they are feeling competitive about that, give this person a chance. Maybe actually spend more time with this person because this person seems more interested and you like them. You're keeping them around. There's a reason why you're dating 3 people or more. You know what I mean? So maybe give them a chance. You never know.
Right, because you definitely have your, you know, in that case, if you are that person that's dating around, you definitely have your mindset on like all of the different possibilities with all of the different people. Right, this person gives me these kind of feelings of love, but this person is like, we're like friends, but like, you know, I think it's more than friendship, maybe in the long run. And then this person in the white, it's like, oh, it's just, we're just flirting at work. It's cute, you know, like it's so innocent and like, you know, he puts the butter on my toast and da-da-da-da-da, you know.
One of them tells you how hot you are. And he also, you know, when he takes you out, he wants people to see you in that dress or whatever you're wearing, pants. This is same-sex couples, it's hetero couples, it doesn't matter.
But then that person in the red, right, that's pronounced, which is the outcome person, the person that you really need to be thinking about, which you already know because it's the same person you've been based with this whole damn time. Be real with you, Pisces. Is also challenging you. Your Mars is being challenged, right? Your will in connection with this person is being challenged. Why? Because of what? Feelings that maybe you have made or choices that you have made on yourself even. You know, maybe you're not forgiving yourself, like I said again, for some mental things that may have happened in the past. And maybe that person is actually ready, outcome, sitting there, waiting, scope, for you to meet with this person. Right? It's kind of interesting. It's definitely like, look at these things together, okay, right? It's like they're talking to each other, right? It's like they're facing each other. This is the goal, this is the outcome. Boom, boom, right? Okay,
And
so
you
there's
got the
compatibility
2 of Wands
there,
here too, right?
and the 2 of Wands, right?
That's that coming together with that person.
You want to.
Doing stuff.
You want to. That's the challenges of it, right? And there's a lot of Mars energy going on right now. So it's definitely about aggression and drive. And you're so super sexually attracted to this person.
You have a
and
lot
you
of
still
fire
very
here.
much are. Yeah, this is a lot of like deeper fire and love. So maybe you guys are fooling around a lot and stuff. But who is the person that's really going to give you that feeling? Who's that person that's going to nurture you? That person that, right? Because all these other things are just distractions. It's just a mess. It's just distractions.
One person is really solid. I mean, they're all quite good, but one is more solid. They might be older than the other 2.
Right. Who do you want to share this stuff with and build this world with? Really, you know, even if you have a false world that's built, if that false world is there and you're not getting these deeper passions, which is something that Pisces desires as well, right?
Absolutely.
And if you're in something that where somebody is emotionally, verbally, or anything abusing you in any type of way, it's time to dump that out. It's time to move on past that. Okay, Leo is also about the self in a sense too. Okay, you need to be self-aware, and you need to be like, this is what I actually deserve for myself. And it's also listening to your heart. So listening to your heart versus your mind, these are in opposition to each other if you're looking at them, you know, Aquarius and Leo. So the past is in opposition with your outcome, with the future of what it is that you need to really work with. And another opposition that you have is what you're working with now versus the significator of everything, right? So Libra, which is all about the relationships and expanding in those relationships, which is what we're highlighting right now, is being exposed in opposition with the Emperor, which is what you're working with. You already know, you're already working with an establishment, this person, and you're still kind of thinking about weighing out that relationship.
So what you need to do,
quiet the mind.
Quiet that mind, make a choice, be consistent with that one choice, see where it goes.
Overall, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good reading. You know, for the most part, it just seems like you guys are kind of peeking out finally into the spring. I would say, think about, you know, I know you love sex, Pisces, but think about why you do the things you do.
Yeah, and it's good for the spring to
you rule the subconscious.
You know, just go ahead and go out on those dates with this person. Maybe, you know, maybe you've just gone out on one date or 2. Go on, continue to date. Right. They're not in the beginning stages anymore. You know what I mean? You're moving forward. So
don't be emotionally blocked in yourself, but also be cautious of giving in just to emotion, right? You know, oh, I love the feeling of da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, what else is there, too? What are the actions of it? Look at the actions, because the fire and the wands are about, like, the actions of it. You know, just don't stay in the world of the feelings, because then you can become trapped in something, too. You know, it's very easy to later on look back and just, you know, anticipate something else. Yeah. Okay, so wrapping it up. Overall, you guys, Aries time, get out there, stay connected, okay? If a relationship isn't serving you, peace out with that. And overall, find that inner peace of yourself again and find those wishes and those hopes and be more hopeful. Maybe you're just not being hopeful. Maybe you're just being too negative, too cynical, you know, because of everything that's happened recently, you know? But it's going to be fine and you're going to be okay. Okay? We love you, Pisces.
Bye, baby.
Bye.